big picture, the group has been working to figure out what's going on in Atlantis. They left Madeir and Espa to seek answers at the sunken and forgotten city of Neptune, where they were told there was a forge there that could melt Atlantean steel and forge a trident similar to that of King Triton, and that trident would give them special abilities and powers over sea life and creatures, some authority over some of the domain. To what capacity is that to be seen? And that it would also work as a key to unlock a portal between Neptune and Atlantis. You guys forged the trident. You guys went through the portal. After a close encounter with Ichthos, an aboleth that defended Neptune, and you guys arrived at Atlantis. You guys quickly did some investigation and found a secret path to a trophy room, which held a forgotten statue. It seemed like from a long time ago. And upon closer inspection or entering of the room, whether it be by divine sense or something to do with the trident, you guys are not sure yet. But the statue was able to reanimate as well as receive the gift of water breathing and stuff for the moment being. You guys also then inspected further and were able to find out there was a group of Atlantean guards and hags and chuls that were waiting for whoever was coming through the portal, as the coven was prepared for followers or people that were um, working against the coven. You guys found a secret entrance by going through the floor and got the jump on them. And furthermore, by showing the trident that you were or that you guys were the people, in fact, that were on guard to watch, but also that you guys may be the answer to your only answer to a dire situation. Um, After rescuing and fighting off the other guards and individuals in the room, the guard asked you guys to kill him. He said basically because he was branded and marked by the Forgotten, and excuse me, and you guys did so. Uh, Not with as heavy of a heart as I thought you would, but yeah, no. But you guys slayed him down right there, lay him to rest because you guys know the dangers of some people that are marked with the Forgotten. Their powers are very uncharacteristic. They usually are either more strength, faster, different abilities that would not normally come from some creatures, and they sometimes can wield cosmic magic that you guys have seen time and time again. And this magic just seems so unstable and beyond the controls of the material plane and the planes that you guys are aware of. It seems just beyond bound or limitations. But we will start the session here with you guys in this room with two guards who are saying words and recommending that you guys start moving and get out of the room because uh, you guys had this big battle and more may come soon. What would you all like to do?
We need to get out here and figure out what our next move is.
Yes, you said before that there was you have a sort of rebel base, right?
Yes, there's rumors and rumblings that the resistance is gathering near the edges of Atlantis, near the Great Barrier in the volcanic tubes that lead deep below the barrier.
I think that we should head there and then decide what we're going to do, because if more come in here, we don't want to be caught.
That is true. Let's get to this base, and then we can figure out our plan from there.
Yes, sir. We must figure out a way to get you out of the castle and somehow to get over there. We have to. We probably need to clear here first and move away as soon as we can. But yes, we're gonna have to figure out some plan if we to get you guys there without being seen, or at least discreet as possible, so we don't start something bigger than we're ready to start right now.
Right. Um, and you said, just for clarification, out of character, they also said before that there were prisoners, and those were located in where?
So they're still located in the structure, and I'm sorry, you asked this out of character, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there are there are prisoners being held in the castle, and they do know a path to some prisoners. Maybe not all the prisoners, but a good chunk of some. They're accessible to probably to them, um, but yeah, they are fairly nearby. Uh, but they also were saying that there's ways to kind of get out of the or building too, so that is an option.
So, kind of rethinking your plan there, Howard. If they're nearby, why don't we all just go? Because it was kind of hard, even with all of us here, to get these guys down. So we'll go get the prisoners, then get out.
The guards will say, "Well, are you guys still in this room, or are you guys walking and talking?"
We're walking and talking, I would assume.
Okay, are you guys trying to be stealthy too?
We could try.
Yeah, we can try.
We could try.
Okay. So, as you guys are talking through your plans and walking through the halls of Atlantis, it's kind of different in the sense that things are a little open and airy in certain areas, where very like and stuff. Where when this used to be on surface, it seems like there's a lot of air opportunity for like free air to move through, but now it's just water and the sea. It's enough structure though that it's dense that you can't look out into the bright open sea, but there are pockets and openings where you can look out and see just blue for a while until you can't see further. Maybe when you get outside, you can have a better view of Atlantis, but you are able to see outside here and there through different openings. As you go through the halls, the guard is saying, the guards will let you know, like, all right, we're coming up here soon. What do you guys? Let me see here. All right, and as you guys are going through the tunnels, they come to a door. And as you guys are talking about what your plan is, the guards hold up their hand to say the door is locked and stuff. But they go forward to try to see if anyone's on the other side. But before they open the door, they want to finish their conversation with what you guys are thinking right now, because they don't know what's on their side. They'll say it's possible that there's other guards in there right now. Some are loyal to the cause, or all. They think all citizens are basically loyal to the cause, but some sphere are controlling them. They're not allowing them to help as much as they'd like, but some are too afraid to act out, and some are those that have not succumbed to their will have been indoctrinated, as our friend Plevro was. So you guys are in this hallway right now. Before entering another door, I'll give you more time to discuss amongst yourself what you want to do.
So, are we going to go get the prisoners, or are we going to run away and then do that split tactic group? Awkward silence, love it.
Out of game, I would think that the splitting up thing works better while we're still in here, because they know that we should be in this castle right now or sometime soon. If we leave and come back, they'll be wondering why we come back.
The distance in this castle from where the from where the prisoners are to here, how far is that? Would you estimate?
The guards will say we're a fair ways off before we're even out of this castle or to the prisoners. It will probably be not too terribly far. It's going to take us probably a good 20, 30 minutes to get to the prisoners if we're trying to make haste to there.
Alright, I had a spell I was hoping would be a better use if things went south to get some of us out of there, but it can only get us 400 feet away. That's not going to be much help then.
So, are you saying that the prisoners are on the way out? Like, we have to go through the castle to get out? Push to talk.
Sorry.
Okay.
The guards will say, not on the way out, not that I'm aware of. I'm not aware of any way out that way, but yeah, we will have to divert. If we're trying to get out of here as fast as possible, we will have to divert to get to them, prisoners, to free some of them. Mind you, we are not going to be able to save them all, but we should be able to save quite a few.
So, out of character, sounds to me like if we're headed that way anyways, we might as well just not split up and just go to them.
But if we get caught, then we have to babysit on protecting the prisoners as well as ourselves. But if at least we split up, the ones that are causing the distraction will take the blunt of the attacks, while those that are sneaking around can slip by.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just worried that most of the guards aren't going to come attack us, or if they are, there's going to be too many for just 3 of us. 4 of us. But let's try it that way because we know Cronus and Faye can get back to us quick, and if we need them, then the prisoners are just left behind. Because either way, it's not looking good for them.
The one guard will be like, we need to see if there's anyone else, anyone in this room. And he'll look at us for he goes, I don't have many letters left. You have to open this door for us. And the other guard begrudgingly walks up to the door and tries to look through it with not much success. And he kind of gives you all a look to kind of stand back just in case.
Okay.
Does anybody speak or read or write Infernal?
I think Ezekiel does.
I do.
Okay. So you will notice that the letter that the guy is writing on the door, it's an infernal character, and he's kind of like he doesn't use any utensils, but he's actually like kind of using his finger on the door, hovering in front of it.
Uh-huh.
And the letter he is drawing is a D in Infernal. Let me see if I have the alphabet here.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, Lauren. It sounded like you were asking a question, or you were.
Oh no, I was just an exclamation of intrigue.
Here, I'll post it in Discord. Oh, that's horrible to read. But yeah, so you'll see the first one there. So it's like a.
Is it letter D?
It is the letter. Oh, I'm sorry. No, it wasn't a. Shoot. I'm sorry. It was letter D.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought you said.
0068.
Yeah.
So you see him in front of the door, kind of do this thing with his hand, and you see a momentary projection of the infernal letter glow back towards the person, and then the door, you hear a soft little the locking kind of just click and unlocks, and they open, and then he slowly opens the door and looks into there, and he sees he pauses for a moment, and then he kind of looks back. He goes, "It looks like the coast is clear."
Okay.
And you guys enter what seems to be like an armory of sorts. It has all sorts of weapons and stuff for the guardsmen. It also has some suits of armor and uniforms that the Tritons and Atlanteans and the other Aquans seem to be wearing. And just other effects for the guards of Atlantis.
These would be useful, actually.
Wait, so this is like an armory? Did I hear?
Yeah, you see several things of breastplate. I'm sorry. Yeah, breastplate, armor with again uniform pieces like the headpiece that kind of goes with it for the guard. Tridents and other weapons that they use.
The headpiece, does it cover the face?
Not cover the face. It's like so. Have you seen the Atlantean guards, or can you see that picture well enough? If I do show to player, you'll see kind of like how it's a little bit of a helmet.
Yeah.
It could obscure your face from long distance,
But
but
there ain't no way we can hide that tail.
Yeah, well, not all Aquans have tails. This is a mermaid Atlantean guard, but there's merfolk Atlantean guard. There is Triton Atlantean guard. There is various Aquan creatures. Primarily, it's mermaid and Triton, but there are other aquatic races as well. But my point is that from far away, yeah, it's gonna look like if that's what is that what you're kind of thinking, Faye? Like a disguise almost. Sorry, my mic's way away.
Yeah, essentially I was thinking we could disguise some of us.
It would be challenging in close proximity, or like in a crowded room. It's going to probably be obvious that it's a dragonborn and a drow. But if you guys are at other ends of the street, that may be able to pull it off from that far away. It's just really hard because you're going to stick out like a sword.
I mean, I don't need to put it. I use my mask many faces. I just turn into a guard.
Yeah, but for how long?
Does that change your body though at all too, or your skin?
It is basically the disguise self spell.
Okay, so I think that lets you change every bit of your appearance, if I remember correctly.
Yep, I can post that spell real quick.
Okay, so whatever you want to do. I was just saying if that's what I didn't want you to think like, oh, we're in a room and they're not going to notice. Like Cronus is going to stick out like a sore thumb. I don't know how much makeup you can put on Cronus for him not to look like a dragonborn.
Everybody circle around Cronus.
It's like
Yeah,
I'm
really.
still quite a bit taller than everybody else, though. So
Crouch down.
But yes, there is some breastplate armor in here, some tridents, and other effects. Is there anything you guys want to do?
How long does polymorph last?
An hour.
There we go.
Wait, what? Do we have
Wait, so we could
polymorph?
disguise half
have
of us, and I could have Cronus polymorph into something small that we carry around.
excuse me.
And then I could just squish him and then he'd be Cronus again.
Or I throw him at the enemy and I drop concentration. It's surprise.
Yeah. That's a less fun way of doing it, but yeah.
I don't know how comfortable I feel turning into a goldfish.
I don't know, Cronus. How would you feel if you were something small and we threw you? I dropped concentration. You're laying on top of an enemy. That's surprised.
Or we could just try to sneak out.
Yeah.
I'll go for that one.
Let's put on
Cronus is the shadow.
Let's put on the armor, keep the polymorph spell just in case. Keep your disguise self not on yourself. You'll be fine with armor. Like, let's just try and sneak out of here first, and then we'll see how it goes. And if they start to notice Cronus, like, he, like, runs around a corner and then you polymorph him. Worst case scenario.
You're welcome to put it in your bag of holding too, or yeah, it's whatever you guys would like to do.
That is true. It is also loot. Technically. Lorna's gonna start putting some on just so then she can blend in a little bit more. She's gonna try and tame her mop of hair and braid it so it's not like orange hair all around the water. So yeah.
Gotcha. So most of your hair is gonna be
yeah. So she's
tucked
gonna
into the
braid
helmet.
it. She's gonna braid it, and then she's actually gonna put her cloak around and like put her hair underneath the cloak.
Okay. Putting some of the armor and the uniform on by yourself, Laura, takes a few minutes. But you do get it on you. You do look
Oh, but then
humanish, but you're still having legs and everything like that. But from far away and being a human-based kind of creature, most Tritons have like a blue tint or very pale skin. Those are probably the most likely creatures that would have two legs down here in Atlantis. From far away, you probably could pull it off, and even in a crowded room, people may not notice you depending on how you are carrying yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But upon closer inspection, it most likely wouldn't hold up. Just because you are human at the end of the day.
So is there no helmets with face guards?
Not in this room. Primarily is that kind of helmet that you see in that the character's wearing, where it's kind of like an open face, and then there's the slits on the side. Actually, we double check. There's one other guard. I want to make sure it doesn't have anything cool like that. I haven't showed you guys the picture. I just want to make sure that does not have a face mask. No, they do not have any kind of closure over the face. Nothing, no kind of guard. You could, fashion something if that's what you wanted, but no, none of the helmets come with that out of the box.
They like to live dangerous. That's cool.
Mm-hmm. Will my AC change because of this?
What's that?
Will my AC change because of this? Because it's a chain shirt, right?
Yep, it's a brace. It is a breastplate piece of armor. So all the stats and effects on that. So I think that does do something with your barbarian rage or armor class.
Nope.
Because I don't think.
Yeah, it does.
Breastplate.
Okay, I will.
No, it does because it's armor.
Breastplate is medium. You can still rage in it and you'll still have the benefits.
But she
No,
doesn't get the unarmored bonus, which is I think charisma and dex. So I think she just gets the dex modifier because she's wearing armor.
So
yeah,
And I think that also affects her speed. Also, unarmor movement.
nope. Only if it's heavy armor.
I will take.
Yeah, I think so. I think I double checked this when I was writing this. I think breastplate is a max dex of 2. I'll look it up real quick.
I'm looking at it right now. You guys go ahead.
So it's not disadvantage on stealth. It is so your AC would be 16 if you have +2 in dex modifier. Did anybody else want to do anything in this room?
One hand, having a disguise would increase our chances of sneaking out.
Yeah.
But I really like my armor because it cancels out crits.
Ooh, fuck yeah.
The guards will kind of see what you guys are doing, and the one guard kind of seems like he's not 100% okay with non-Atlanteans wearing the armor, but he's not gonna make a fuss of it. He just seems obvious discomfort from a non-Atlantean wearing the armor. The other guard though will say, "That's a good idea. That may help us get us to the volcanic fields. At least if we could just keep the eyes off us to get you out to the edge of town, maybe that would do the trick. Just to let's help get to the edge, but." And maybe you'll buy us some time here inside of Atlantis too. It's a good idea. I just see how it does.
This is her right now. She doesn't like the armor, but she knows it'll help.
My big issue is if someone bumps into me, we're fucked.
Well, then you stay back.
So Cronus, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna uncomfortably watch them put this armor on, and not really feeling that.
Okay, all right. What about you, Josel? You're thinking you're gonna just hold on, or you're not gonna wear guard armor right now, or are you still talking about it with the group? Oh, you guys do what you want. I'm just trying to get.
Well, Ezekiel is going to put on the armor, and he's going to put his original armor in the bag of holding. His bag of holding.
Okay.
Josel, I don't know if this is going to work, but he's going to just put on like the little things like the helmet and maybe the gauntlets and stuff like that, but not the plate or anything like that. Not the torso.
Okay.
Part.
So you're wearing everything but the torso part. So okay, I can see that. Okay,
So
I'll take that into consideration. Yeah.
So, I
Okay.
don't know if that's going to help much, but worth a shot.
Okay. So everyone besides Josel and Cronus are going to wear, and Faye, I think, is going to use the armor. Aralim, let me see what his character sheet is.
I look exactly like a Atlantean guard right now. Wait, how tall are they?
It ranges. The mermaids are really long. Their tail gives them incredible height. So the ones near you, if they were completely stretched out, might be more like 9 feet. But because there's bends to their body and curves, they probably look more around 7 to 8 feet in length. But if they were stretched out,
I can only make myself look a foot taller. So I'm
yeah. The guards in front of you are tall, but you know that doesn't. Yeah, ran into him, but some of them they're varying shapes and sizes, just like any other creature.
I'm reluctantly gonna grab a breastplate and ask Lorna to put it in the bag of holding, just in case.
I will grab the rest of the stuff and put it in the bag of holding, and be like, "We'll just keep all of it for like the what's the word called?
We'll just give it to the prisoners when we get out of here."
That's the word."
And
There we go. That's the thing.
That's an idea too.
That's what I was
Yeah,
thinking.
we should shove as many weapons and stuff like that as we can into this bag.
Done.
And you would have no problem finding weapons in this room either, if you wanted to do that. There's tons of obviously there's limitations on the bag of holding and stuff.
Yeah.
And reason, but yeah, there is a lot of weapons and armor here. This is an armory where the guards, come and can change and get ready or restock on supplies.
Okay.
I got a very horrible idea if things go bad.
Okay.
We take both bag of holdings.
No.
No. Ezekiel would not agree to that.
Lorna does not agree to that.
While Lorna, you were getting the armor on, and the others were doing the armor. Cronus and Faye, do you guys want to do any kind of investigation or see if you find anything else out in the room?
I
Yeah,
will
I'm
act
kinda
with my
just
special
Do
eyes.
a walk around.
Do I see anything magical in the room?
Do potions show up as magical?
It depends on
Yes.
the potion, I guess.
Like healing potion?
Yeah, because it would be healing you rapidly.
So you will detect that, and Cronus, go ahead and do an investigation with advantage because Faye is also kind of dinging, and I imagine when she sees something, she may be gesturing towards that direction.
That way, Cronus.
Definitely between you and Faye, you're able to kind of go through the belongings you find. Again, more armor, like breastplate pieces, more uniform, more your common or standard issue stuff. But as you guys dig through some of the supplies and belongings, you are able to find a couple greater healing potions. With that investigation, you'll be able to uncover, and with Faye doing detect magic, you'll be able to find 4 greater healing potions. Um, if you want to keep looking, you'll also find some other different various weapon types besides just tridents. I'm spacing out on the what they're called. What's
Glaive.
I'm gonna look at my weapon sheet again. It was the other one that has the finesse option, or not finesse, versatile.
Halberd or
Halberd.
That's the one that can use underwater, right?
Yeah.
Trident.
Trident and halberd. Yeah, so you'll find some halberds and stuff there too.
You can use a halberd underwater.
uh
I thought that was. Let me see. I'm gonna pull up my aquatic fighting thing to make sure.
I know you can use javelin, spears, tridents.
It's okay. I have water combat saved.
Short swords, I think. No, that won't work. I don't think it'll work.
There you go. But a dagger, javelin, short sword, spear, or trident. So you will be able, you'll find some daggers, some javelins, some short swords, spears, and tridents. Not just tridents. No halberd. Sorry. But yes, you'll find those weapons, various weapons too, in the armory.
I'm gonna take 2 of everything.
You lost a lot of javelins too.
No, I only lost 3. I'll fill up my javelins.
Okay. Did you recover some of those? You did lose some, I remember, because you threw them.
I recovered half of what I threw, and I just kept off whatever we had propped anything open.
Okay, yeah, there are tons of javelins. I would say you could probably, depending on your limitations of bag of holding, find roughly 15 to 20 javelins in this room.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean this is like I said, this is where the guards resupply, so it's stocked.
So, how's the lighting, by the way?
It's well lit. I mean, none of you have been to Atlantis before. There is obvious. It's obvious when you look in the room that the decor and the normalcy of the room has kind of faded from the Coven's presence. Everything's just starting to twist and degrade, and just have pagan-like symbols and stuff etched over what used to be like Atlantean artwork or what seemed to be like Atlantean carvings. They have definitely have left their brand of the Wicked Coven on a lot of the stuff, but the lighting's very well in this room.
All right, so real quick, we have 4 greater healing potions.
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna keep 1, and then I'll hand the other 3 off to
I'll
whatever
take
wants
one.
them.
Okay. Let me see here. Yeah. So I already said what the guard said when you guys started to do this. They kind of see what you guys are planning as. With that disguise, they say that they might be able to get you guys through the districts and out to the edge. It's gonna be a challenge. No matter what path you guys take, it's gonna be difficult. But this might help buy you a little bit of an edge in a very bad situation. Is there anything else you want to do in this room before proceeding on? The guards will kind of go towards the next door and say we can start moving. Once everyone's ready, of course.
I'm good to go.
Ezekiel's going to take one of those greater healing potions.
Okay.
All right, we got 1 left.
I'll take 1. If that's okay.
Okay. Okay, let's see here. Anything else you guys want to do before rejoining the guards?
What's the AC on the Atlantean armor?
It's 16. Oh well, it's 14 plus your dex modifier.
Okay. So bring it down. Ooh.
Yeah.
All right. His AC is going to drop.
And never mind. Nope.
Oh no, gonna have to keep Ezekiel safe.
Oh,
What did
yeah.
he drop to?
He was at 17. Now he's at 15. He's at Skyboard level now.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, he only has a +1 to Dex.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Hopefully this guys will help. Hopefully they won't.
Doesn't he have a shield?
I
I don't think he does. No shield. Oh, do the Atlanteans have shields?
You can find shields here. Yeah.
All right, he's gonna grab a shield while he's at it.
That puts me back at 17.
There's several shields here. They're kind of look again. I don't have the character in front of me, but that like kind of thing on his arm. It's not a buckler. It's a shield. Yeah.
I
It can be used to bash or stab even.
You know what? Joseph will take a shield. Also, he'll kind of like use it to like cover up his face whenever or cover up his torso armor, so it looks like he's one of them.
Yeah, you can obscure your torso a little bit with it. It's not a full shield or anything, but yeah,
Yeah.
it can do the job.
Alright, so,
I
yeah, I'm gonna
will
do that.
also grab that because I can use shields. I'm proficient.
Okay. All right, awesome. Okay. Anything else you guys want to do in this room before the guard is over by the door and he's kind of keeping his ear to it to hear if anyone's coming. But he does issue that we may not want to linger too much longer because other guards will come here to resupply. And while the Wicked Coven is not popular here, their fear keeps everyone in check. So they're not sure how many allies you will or will not have.
Joseph is going to cast See Invisibility. It lasts for an hour,
Oh, okay.
just in case.
Oh, okay. So anything that's traversing the ethereal plane and near you guys, you will see them then, right? Or then, correct?
Yeah. Oh, do I see Anika?
Oh,
Oh,
ow.
No, she's busy elsewhere right now.
Fuck you.
Okay.
Actually, I want to ask one of the guards, how far is this trident going to get me with other guards?
How far is the? Oh,
Because like
okay.
their demeanor changed when they saw the trident.
The guard that seems a little bit more friendlier, not so crass with you, will speak up. He goes, by all rights, that gives you a lot of authority. That's the same trident that Triton wield, and I think a large portion of the Wicked Coven's success is the fact that they were able, or that Triton no longer wields that and lost some of that authority. I think it will help greatly with many, but I'm not sure if I could say for all. It's going to be very recognizable as the Triton of our past ruler. Did I answer your question? Or do you need anything? Okay. All right. Anything else? All right. So the guard will go up and I got this one too. And he will look at the door, in, and again start to draw a character in Infernal one more time. This time he draws the letter, excuse me, E, and
Okay.
across the door.
I'd like to, as he's doing that, talk to him about what these mean, as I know the letter.
Another sick game these the Covenants played on us, as if forcing us to follow their command against our will wasn't bad enough. They have a fun little trap for all of us that work for them. It's awful. Um, every guardsman or person, if they're not part of the Wicked Coven, tries to open a door, you have so many um, letters before you receive full punishment. And he goes, probably either the witch's way of keeping us under control, and also just for another thing for their enjoyment and pleasure, watching us in pain.
Is it causing you physical pain now?
It will once I get to the last letter.
Does it reset at certain times?
Oh yes, it spells the same thing over and over.
It wouldn't happen to be death.
I that would be more reassuring, but no, it it's symbolic of the covens, the wicked covens. Not really. It's not God or one patrons. I guess it has. They have multiple patrons, but it is their ultimate. The one that gives the wicked coven so much power. And he'll say it spells out. I'm gonna say it wrong, so don't kill me. Osmodeus, over and over.
Oh.
Asmodeus?
Yes,
Or Asmodeus?
Asmodeus, Osmodeus, whatever.
So,
Does Faye recognize that?
Yeah, I would say Faye would know that name, just being a warlock and stuff. I'm sure you're well aware of dark arts and demons and devils.
That's not a good thing.
oh, that's great.
That's the leader of the Nine Hells.
Oh.
Sure, it's not Hades. That this game is based off of Disney related material. So,
I'm positive, though, out of character, he has a place too in this world.
Oh. Fuck no.
There are several pantheons of varying levels in this world.
I'm excited.
I can't wait to meet more.
Yes. So, if somebody were to know Infernal, could they potentially open the doors?
Can I read it? I speak Infernal.
You can read it.
God damn it, Faye.
No, you do not have to speak or write it. You can write it yourself. The guard will say, "We don't speak Infernal. The witches, as part of their fun, they didn't teach it. We kind of had to self-learn how to spell Osmodeus after feeling the wrath of not knowing the secret to open the doors and not knowing Infernal. That was pretty painful.
That's.
And they'll explain, like, after every time you spell it on the last letter on your last time, it will a uncontrollable amount of pain will just fill your body and leave you in agony for several minutes while you deal with its effects.
Good to know. So at least, the rest of us could also put that out. We could also help with those doors eventually. Let's continue on. I was just curious.
Sure. Yeah, and while you were asking questions, I imagine he's going forward with this. So he spells the thing, the door, the lock and stuff that unlocks and allows them to pass through the door, and you guys are able to start going through the halls. And you guys are discussing the stuff about Infernal. Can anyone write it? How do you write it? What does it matter? Or like, what is it spelling? So Asmodeus is what he spells, or how do you actually say it? What is the proper pronunciation?
Asmodeus.
Asmodeus. Thank you. Okay. I'll butcher that along with everything else I do. So you, uh, as you guys are going through the hall for a few minutes, you guys, I'm gonna move you guys to another map now. And please forgive me. I hope I did this okay with the dynamic lighting and stuff. And but you guys approach the door. You can see right through that, can't you? That's okay. You approach the door, and the guard again checks, unless anybody else wants to do anything, but checks the door and writes the next character in the list. And if I'm following correctly, we're on U now, so he will go ahead and write the U letter um, on the door, and you'll hear again the familiar sound of it unlock and open, revealing a room with all sorts of things kind of cast around. You see these tables with three Atlantean guard or Atlantean bodies laying on it. They're all bound to the table and motionless. As you look around the room, what used to be possibly a thing for study or research is now kind of turned into a sick and twisted torture room or pleasure room for the some of the witches here in Atlantis. You see jars that contain various different baubles from far away. You can't really make out what's in them, but you see different jars with different contents and maybe components to use for some of the coven's spells. And as you look across the table, you will see the different Atlantean guards in various different states, all of them bound, all of them with their eyes kind of blindfolded and gagged. You see different cuts across their skin that have been sewed back up, that has maybe become infected and diseased over time, or has just been reopened. The wound, it looks like some of them have been clawed open. Some of the openings, like the stitches, were ripped open by a hand or claw marks. And one of them has part of the intestines just kind of floating and dripping out of his body from one of his wounds. And yeah, that's what you see in this room right now before any further inspection.
That's great. That's not good. Can we stealthily sneak into this room?
Yeah, go ahead. You can make a stealth check. Your thing goes for an hour, right? Jossel?
Yeah.
Yeah, same with my disguised self.
Ow.
Put some of these back on. So, as you enter this room, 9:20. Lorna, you're a little bit louder than you thought you would be. The breastplate is taking some time to get used to and adjust to it, and so you make some noise. You make some audible noise, and you're kind of cringe in the sense that you're like, I hope nobody heard that. But after a moment passes, there is no movement in this room. Another moment passes by, and eventually you do hear a muffle come from one of the near dead figures on the table.
I'm gonna go in.
Careful.
I am being as quiet as I can. I'm gonna slowly go over to the tables.
Okay.
As you're ready, Eldritch Blast in case something bad happens.
Okay. As you approach the table, you see other things in the room that are kind of nearby, such as like these textbooks and stuff that kind of show crude anatomy or different notes made by whoever was maybe experimenting on these people. And you'll notice that a lot of the ink is in blood, and it's just kind of diagramming how these it's not so much for medical purposes. It seems like out of some kind of twisted obsession. Um, but as you approach close to the table, you do see that there is a mark on the one that is making that noise, that handprint mark. Um, yeah, but he's bound to the table with and blindfolded and gagged right now.
Okay.
I think they're applying it unwillingly.
Probably. I'm gonna scoot over.
Okay. Commotion seems to. He's starting. The body is starting to make a few more noises and becoming a little bit more distressed, but it seems very weakened and it's not able to do much. But it is making some. It is reacting to the noise it heard in the room.
Is it this one here?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm just gonna peek slightly. Can I see handprint on it?
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I
Bad
can't
enough.
move my token over. Can't go to the right with it.
There you go. He might be in the dynamic lighting thing. The guards will go in there immediately and examine over their fellow guards and just kind of. They don't look shocked. They just seem like they're taking it in, and it's just another atrocity that the Coven has done to them. The one will pull out its weapon to finish him off, unless someone says otherwise.
I put my hand out. Are you sure you want to do this? If you want us to.
I think as being as my brother or one of my brothers, it'd be best for him to be laid to rest by one of his own brothers.
I will step back and let him do it.
Okay. He pauses for a moment before he skewers the guy, but he does do it without looking away. He maintains his focus and he helps his fallen comrade pass more easy. He withdraws the trident and he kind of looks back over at the other guard in the group, affected by what has happened, but he's not still trying to maintain his kind of rough disposition. He'll say, he's like, this isn't right what they're doing to us. We're turn into monsters, and this can't go for much longer.
That's why we're here. We'll hopefully get you all out.
Indeed, I hope the resistance is coming closer to a plan to at least save our people.
I hope so as well.
Does anybody want to do anything else in the room and check any of the stuff on the walls, or now look at the person closer now that he's been slain with his binds, or anything you guys want to do in this room?
Is there actually chests over here?
Yep.
Ain't got 10 minutes to do anything. All right. Yeah. Josel is going to step up to one of the chests and check to see if it may be trapped.
Okay. Go ahead and do an investigation.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Okay. Josel does not detect any physical traps on that chest.
All right.
Be careful.
Notice how you say physical traps. So
Be
he's
careful.
going to open it slowly.
I will ready an Eldritch Blast in case that's a mimic.
Okay. It's not a mimic, but you open it and you find some things in here that, after kind of shifting through, you find some things that look mundane and crude to you at first, like a doll, different things of hair and scales that just seem to be, it looks weird underwater, like hair. It's just very kind of flowy, but you find like locks of hair, different things, just really weird objects. And the more you go through it, you will finally find more journals and textbooks, kind of like what you, or more, I guess, what looks like a journal, kind of like what Lorna had seen when she first approached it. It's more research and notes from someone, and it's all written in, from what you've seen so far of other characters, it's written in Infernal.
It's also written in blood.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Ezekiel wants to take that book or not.
Ezekiel can cast detect magic, I think, too, right?
Yeah, but it has to be ritual. He doesn't have it prepared.
I can
Okay.
do it again.
If you ask Faye to inspect it before handing it to Ezekiel, she could check to see if there's any curses or anything on the book, if that's what your concern is.
I can't find curses, but I can see if something's magical.
Well, I was going to say, because Ezekiel can speak Infernal, and he's a bit of the bookworm of the group, so I think it would be more fitting for him to have that.
Okay.
Sure.
So yeah, we'll go ahead and add it to Ezekiel's inventory. I don't know if Ezekiel would try to read through it right now or not.
Oh,
Obviously
should
can't
let
read
him
through
do
all
it.
of it, but yeah, let him do it when he gets back.
Yeah.
And that gives me a chance to actually give him something well written. So just from my notes, all notes, I can actually give him maybe a written thing. Probably won't. I wish I could be. I wish I was a better DM for you guys, but my preparation days are one day, maybe 2 days tops. I'm allowed to have with my wife, so I do my best with the time I'm given.
You are doing great.
You're doing great.
So, Infernal Journal written in blood, correct?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Fun.
It does not look like it is. If you fumble through the pages, Josel, it doesn't look to be about. Again, the other book wasn't so much a science book or anything, but it does seem to be focused on biology, anatomy, different parts of the people she was cutting apart, or whoever the coven was cutting apart. This one doesn't have anything to do with anatomy as much. Just from glancing what is drawn, and you can't make out the writing, but you can see like pictures and stuff. It's not about anatomy.
Yeah. Okay. Josel's going to hang on to that doll.
All right. And the doll looks funny. It's not like a surface. It's like a doll down here, and like an Aquan doll. It doesn't have 2 legs and stuff. It looks like it has a tail and stuff. It's kind of neat.
Yeah.
Anything else the group would like to do?
I just wanted to check that these 2 were dead. But that's
Okay.
about it.
Yeah. Upon looking at, excuse me. Upon looking at them, there's no movement. They are not reacting to your guys' presence. Go ahead and do a medicine check. And we'll see how you're doing. You're confident that they are no longer animate. As best as you can tell, they are dead and past.
Cool.
You do see forgotten marks on them as well. Something didn't go well, or they no longer served a purpose for the coven.
Okie dokie.
Ezekiel's gonna look over them.
Okay. Um, yeah, Ezekiel. Again, he confirms that he's pretty confident that they are dead. Uh, if you guys want to remove any of the binds or inspect their wounds closer, you will notice that things seem to be missing from the one that has its intestines slightly like floating in the water, kind of draped out of his body and suspended a little bit by the current. It's kind of flapping a little bit. you'll you'll notice that other things inside of it seem to be have taken out. He'll notice you too, Lorna, since you did a medicine check. You'll probably notice that things seem to be missing from that one creature, but nothing else about their current status. You don't know how long they've been dead or anything like that.
Uh-huh. Great. Great.
The guards will kind of be just talking to themselves, taking it all in, kind of maybe what's the word I'm looking for? Comforting one another. Jesus. All right. Is there anything else you guys want to do, or you guys want to press forward to try to find your way out of this place?
Press forward.
Press forward.
The guard will go up to the next door and look back. He goes, I have 2 more letters before. Do you want me to show you how to do this before I get to my last one?
Yeah.
All right. So
I can take the first one, you guys. And
so
how do you
go
spell
ahead.
this name? Bushduck. I can't hear you.
Shit. Sorry. ASMODEUS.
ASMODEUS.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah. I'll do the first letter, I guess.
Okay. So you will, knowing Infernal, you'll kind of start writing the A in Infernal text, and again, a few moments as you do that, you feel kind of this weird tingling and sensation feeling kind of radiating from your chest down your arm through your fingertips as you're writing the letter.
Oh, no.
And again, you see
You okay?
the sigil kind of pop or kind of illuminate off the door after you've traced it, and then it fades away, and you hear that familiar click, like that unlocking of the door.
You just subscribe to them.
Yep. I mean, I've already given away my hair. I might as well just, like, turn over to them. Really.
The door opens. Let me go ahead and remove it. All right, you guys are free to proceed.
Let's be careful.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Who wants to go first?
I'll go.
I'll follow
What's down
behind
here?
you.
I think that's a door, but I
Is
don't
it an
see.
inlet?
No, sorry. I use this to kind of help me get the rooms and stuff, but I kind of wall off errant tunnels and shit like that because I feel like that's stupid as a player. Like, I hate that shit. I hate walking through like a labyrinth in D&D and like, oh great, this is a dead end. That's wonderful. Thanks a lot, Dick.
Don't do Dungeon of the Mad Mage, then you will die.
I love Dungeon of the Mad Mage. I would love to play that again.
It's only tunnels.
Yeah, but they all go somewhere.
No, they don't.
Secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel. Yeah. Okay. Let's continue.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Um,
try and sneakily go down this hallway looking for traps or stuff or listening to the guards if they have anything to say.
the guards will say, go ahead and do a perception check. And see what you see if you're kind of going first. And if anyone wants to do anything else besides, let me know. I don't want
Fuck.
to. 22.
No,
Or is
I'm
that disadvantage?
disadvantaged. Because I'm exhausted.
Oh, you're exhausted. Okay. You don't notice any chaps along the way. Nothing set. Um, you do notice that again, more of that stuff where the Wicked Coven is kind of destroyed some of the what used to be beautiful, maybe sculptures or ornate kind of decorations along the way. You've noticed that they have either been destroyed or altered or ruined to some capacity. It's they've been remodeling the place. um, as you guys get further down the hallway, the guards will say, "We are coming up close where we have to make a decision. We up ahead. We will need to decide whether or not we go to help the prisoners or not, or we try to press forward and get out of here as soon as we can." And as you guys get further down the hallway, you will hear. Sorry, let me double check my notes. Yep, you will hear some agony and painful cries coming from the hall to the west. Let me go ahead and move your token. It doesn't matter. I guess I can move your tokens as needed because you'll come to where the hall's kind of split. One, as you're listening down, you'll hear some noises, something that sounds like painful. Another one, you'll hear almost like a disagreement and some words being said the other way, but you can't make them out from this distance or without checking further.
I guess this is where we split, you guys.
I guess so. So which way do we want to go?
I mean, I'm pretty sure that the painful screaming is probably the prisoners.
The guards will say that heading that way will take us to the prisoner quarters.
And
The other way will take us through the foyer, and hopefully, it sounds like that's not unoccupied right now either, though.
the prisoners, how many guards are guarding it?
It depends. It's usually they keep at least two guards on hand, but not knowing that you guys are here already, I would be surprised if they have some additional help.
I mean, I'm okay with whatever we do.
I feel the prisoners might not be a bad idea, especially since we have weapons and armor for them. It's not like they're just going to be totally useless getting out of here.
That is true.
Could we get the two guards to do like a guard shift change to two of the guards that might be guarding the prisoners? And we could probably jump the two other guards that are leaving, and then we could probably take care of whatever is left over in the prison area.
Possible. When was the last shift changed?
They will not know. They don't do. Let me think. Would they know? Yeah, they wouldn't know. They would know that they do shift the guard, but they wouldn't know the schedule or anything like that.
I'm sorry for all the coughing.
Do you think you guys would be recognized if you go in?
Um, the one, both of them look at each other like it's worth a shot. We could try. Um, Concern is that if any of the hags are there, or if Mitra's there.
I mean,
Did I cut out? Or,
well, I think if anybody goes there, it's Cronus and Faye, right? So they take the bag, give the weapons, and then defeat the guards.
Is there like a opening, like a, I don't know, like a small window or something around the door?
yeah, you could peek through. You guys aren't there yet. I put a fork. I can move your tokens. But yeah, I could. Yeah, as you look through the door, or there may be an opening. You guys aren't there right now, but yes, the guard will say that we should be able to see maybe into the other room before opening it.
Mm,
This is a tough call.
This is so hard to design a dungeon for it because I want to give you guys some ability to kind of navigate and really choose which way you guys wanted to go. But because this place is really open in the sense that there's these giant pillars and a lot of it's a very open and flowing concept of a structure and building. So a lot of these walls are more arbitrary in the sense that there are ways to kind of swim around them, and but for the most part, the buildings are structured that you have to go certain ways. But yeah, there is some freedom.
You know who I really miss right now?
Who?
Luca's ability to turn one of us invisible.
Or, Skyborn's ability to make himself an animal and scout ahead.
True.
Josel snaps his fingers and Ichabod appears.
Ichabod!
Ichabod? That is a brilliant idea.
Fuck Ichabod. That was kidding. I'm completely kidding. All right, what would you like to do with Ichabod, Josel?
Going to have him go through whatever window. That's the reason I asked if there was like a window over by the door or something for Ichabod to squeeze through.
So I'm actually going to move your token,
Okay.
and that way you can see. So if you guys are, if you're wanting to head towards the prisoners where they said, let me move you over here, just you. Actually put you in the room because he would be able to crawl through, or at least get to the windowsill and look into the room. So I'll take you to, I'll take you to another channel real quick, just until we know what you're doing with that information.
All right. Am I supposed to be able to see something?
You will be here in just a second.
Okay.
Do 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 do.
We can't hear you talking.
We can't hear anything. I'm so nervous.
Okay. Sorry, I was distracted. I really should put my voice over there, but that's okay. I also need to get a second account just for recording.
That would probably be very useful.
I actually have a second one, so maybe I should do that next time. That's okay.
But the only issue I can see with that
Uh-huh.
is going to be if we're split into like 4 different channels. Every time you switch to us, you'll have to switch that one to that one.
Yeah, but then at least we get the whole story, and it's not just me sitting here, or like when it was like the 4-way split up, I'm just sitting there like reenacting what's going on in the chat and being like, well, this is happening, or this is happening, or that kind of thing.
That is true.
Right? And so then when he rewatches the videos, then it's like at least, well, he can get the whole story of what we did.
Yeah.
So maybe
It
I'll do
makes
that.
sense.
I'll add my second account to this thing and talk to him.
It makes sense.
Yes. Oh, but I also have news. My current dating interest just bought a kitten. 2 weeks.
Oh,
He's so fucking adorable. Look at how tiny.
let's see this tiny cat. Oh,
And his name is Mochi.
that is a cute name. My dog is currently high on Benadryl right now because she was an idiot when we were walking and got into the grass near the barbecue pits in my apartment complex,
Oh.
and she had an allergic reaction.
Oh.
So where's my token?
Oh,
You're gone.
Josel's back. He snaps his finger, and Josel reappears, or seems to be aware of you all right now.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
All right. So there's 3 hags and 2 guards.
3 guard.
I thought. Oh, okay. 3 guards. And they're converting some of the prisoners over as mindless slaves. Right now, they're about to pick a new one.
And that's over at the prisoners?
Yes.
We all have to go then. You guys won't be able to do that many with just 2 of you. I don't think.
I would feel more comfortable with more people.
Okay, prisoners then?
YOLO.
Yellow, let's run, prisoners. We're headed there.
Okay. I will move your token. So you guys go to the left hallway. It's probably gonna be really goofy there. Hopefully it moves you all.
Can you shift ping us over there?
Yes, please.
If you hold shift and ping, it'll automatically move us on roll 20.
Are you shitting me?
I learned that today.
No.
Alright, I'm moving you guys. Sorry,
Well-
you're gonna have to do. How? What? Are you serious?
Yeah? I'm pretty sure.
I think it's broken now. I think you.
I learned that today too. It's weird.
I didn't even realize that I was over at this part of the map. I didn't pan over.
Oh.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry about that. I should have. Yeah, that's my bad. Should
It's
I?
a small room. I don't like it. We're too close.
So you guys will be able to go if you guys want to try to peek into the room to kind of see what Joseph was informing you guys about before. You all can make a, or those who want to try can make a stealth and perception check to try to do it discreetly before opening the door, so you guys can have a better look.
Ooh, no.
Okay.
Lorna's tired. She's not going to. Somebody else can if they want.
Cronus, you want to take a look?
Yeah, I'll look in.
So Cronus, looking in, um, you will see 3 hags that are still kind of talking to some guards. You can't really make out what they're saying from here, but you see the 3 hags, and I'll move your token there just so you exactly see what it's saying. But go ahead and do. Are you trying to do this stealthily? Because you're gonna have to kind of look through a
Yes.
almost window. So go ahead and do a stealth check.
Oh no.
You have advantage though. 'Cause
Yep.
you're
So 18.
18. Okay. So you don't know, or no one sees you or detects you that you're aware of, and you're able to kind of see and look at the layout of the room from where you're at. Then. So I'll move you back, but I just moved your token in there just so you can see. Some moments pass, and what would you guys like to do?
I'm actually going to relay where they are inside the room when I saw them. So pretty much they're at the end of the, at the back end of the room. So like through the door to the left.
Through the door to like map left or character left?
Character left. So on the map up.
Sure.
How bright was the room?
It's well lit. Well, it's a prison, so at least dim light. There are torches, or not torches. Those shell sconces on the walls every so often that illuminate some light. So there are pockets of dim light, but it's fairly well lit in that room. Is there anything else you guys would like to say or do? The guards will kind of look at you all like, what's the plan? What do you want us to do?
Let's just go in.
How about we send the guards in saying that there is an issue with the other hags and try to set up an ambush on them.
Ooh.
Okay, that sounds like a good idea.
And then we'll be right in behind you once they get closer.
Already Eldritch Blast.
The guards will kind of just confirm. You want us to try to get them to leave the room, to try to check on the hags elsewhere.
Either leave the room or get closer here so we can just jump in and they're there.
I've heard rumors that I've heard rumblings that they've been having issues with the prisoners. Maybe I can find something that won't be that too far fetched for them to believe.
Yeah?
Okay. We'll go in, step away from the. I guess give us a few moments, and we'll try to lead them away from the room. I don't know if we'll be able to get the ball out of there, but we'll try to talk to the hags and see. Hopefully, they don't know about us defecting yet. So, is that okay? You guys want them to try to enter the room without you then?
Yeah.
The guy will. Is anybody opening the door for the guy, or is he going to open the door for himself?
He should open the door for himself.
I figured. I just wanted to ask. All right, because he did. Did he do you last time, or you did the last time? Because last time it would have been his you, but I think you did the letter. Is that right?
I did the last one, yes.
Okay. So he's going to walk up to the door, and he's going to draw the infernal character for the letter U, and the door again begins to magically unlock, and he kind of opens it up with you guys kind of stepping back with the other guard. And as you go, or I'm sorry, are you sitting both of them or just one of them?
It's up to them.
Okay. They think they'll be able to sell it better if it's both of them that go in, so they're gonna walk in. and the door shuts behind them, or do you guys want to leave the door? Well, no, they would probably shut the. Yeah, they would shut the doors behind them if they're trying to not raise suspicions, probably. But if you tell them otherwise, they would leave it open.
No, because I know how to open the door.
Okay. They walk in, or they kind of swim in to the room at a decent pace, like there's urgency in their news that they're trying to deliver. And they swim, and they're like, um, "Wicked ones, there seems to be an issue that that they finally, the ones we were waiting for, came through the portal and were able to um, defeat us. I think they're trying to make it through, make it out of make it out of the castle though, as quickly as they can. We came here as quickly as we can to deliver the news. They're they're going to be out, or there's nothing we can do to stop them." And the witches turn like, "More bodies that you let go. Take us there immediately." And they will start to head. The hags will start heading towards the ones that just swam in, and will. Oops, sorry. Start following the guards as they lead them to a door like this way. They started to go this way. They started heading this. Or I'm sorry, they started heading this way when they were fleeing us. When we lost sight of them. It won't take long for them to get there. You guys will be able to hear as they get closer to the door. Kronos, I imagine you still have a good perspective or visual point at this, that you can see a little bit of the room, and you see that they are all heading towards another door in the room away from your door, but they are still in the room and fairly close to you in proximity. What would you guys like to do? Are you going to open the door, or do you want to let them keep going, swimming away the other door?
I'm still having trouble just understanding which room they're in. Are they to our right or to our left?
Let me just get rid of this real quick. You guys can't see, but I think it's confusing and hard to. I'm not doing a very good job, I don't think, at explaining. So let me just remove this wall. But
it's just a big open room.
Yeah, I just can't even see where the door is, and everything's like partially open but partially not. So I'm just getting confused.
Sure. So can you see in there now? Yeah.
Nope.
So you'll see how the guards are kind of leading them down a hallway towards the path that you guys have kind of, or were potentially heading down, or what they are reporting to them. They're this way. They're making their way to the exit of Atlantis. They're trying to get free. They're trying to get out of here before they get found out. And they will approach the door, and the witches will snap their fingers, opening the door that leads out to the hall, and the guards will lead them further away, taking the hags with them down that hallway until they are all out of sight of Cronus. And the door shuts behind them.
That is a missed opportunity I could have done.
What's that?
I could have gave the guards the password to the door that I arcane locked earlier, and they could have led them in there and locked them inside.
Oh, goddamn!
But I didn't think of it till right when they were doing that. Like, shit.
That could have been a very good idea.
That is a good idea. I'd love to see that play out. Maybe the lock will still be there when you guys come back.
Oh, the lock will still be there. It's just, what are the chances of us going back there?
It's unlocked though right now, right?
No, it's locked. You can
it is
only
locked.
go in it with a password.
Okay. Or dispel magic, I imagine, or
Yeah, dispel
something
magic.
Like that. Okay.
I don't know.
That was some pretty clever thinking. All right.
Too bad I didn't think of it.
Well, it was a good idea for you guys doing this with the guards. Anyways, I did not plan on that. So, what would you guys like to do?
I just have my sword out and
Yeah, I'm gonna pull
Okay.
the trident out and just walk in the room.
oh, as they're
Be
coming towards
careful.
us.
Do what?
As they're coming towards us, you're gonna go in.
They went out
Oh,
through
yeah, I
another
still
door.
can't see anything. So
Yeah, so the hags aren't in. The only tokens I see is Ezekiel, um, the
We're
one
stuck
merfolk that
behind
just joined
something.
us. And I can see half of Josel's token.
Yeah.
yeah, so
All
there's
right,
like
let
a
me just do this. I'm sorry, guys.
It's okay.
There we go. Hopefully that helps a little bit.
Nope. Ah, there we
No.
go. Yes.
There we go.
Ah.
Sorry, guys. So yeah, just I'll ping where they kind of the hags were here, and then the guards came in and said, "Hey, the intruders came. They defeated us, and they are trying to escape the castle. They ran this way, and then they led them out that door here."
Okay. Yeah, I'll follow the rest of you guys.
Okay. As you enter the room, trident, wielding the trident, Cronus, you guys aren't really being stealthy at this point. They all kind of, young guard, visually well, you know what? Let's do this.
Oh.
Okay. The one recognizes the trident, and it, you see that emotion. You probably noticed this first, Joseph, because before when they were speaking, it was very emotionless and very stoic. The one that's kind of in front seems to be affected by the trident, but the other two seem blank face, and they're looking at you guys with as a threat, and they will call out to you like, "Drop your weapons and be prisoners, and offer yourselves to the coven, and they will give you powers beyond your or not power. I'm sorry, and they will take you into their coven."
No.
No.
The they will. Anything you guys want to say or do?
Joseph says no.
Okay. All right. I guess if you're audibly saying no, the other two that aren't affected will brandish their weapons and point them like then you will be indoctrinated into the coven, and that's going to bring us to initiative. Does anybody want to do anything else before we go into combat?
The one that's kind of showing emotion towards the trident, I'm gonna be like, join us, then help us get rid of the coven.
Yes.
We are rolling good tonight.
Wow. This is a
Cronus
first.
broke the curve.
Now he just wants to make a dramatic entrance.
Mm-hmm. I want to go last.
What the hell? Oh, we skip.
It's a new feature. You have to do IFS or !FS because
that's
multiple people have access to this.
Oh, gotcha, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I like that though. Then people could. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Um. Oop, I did not do RLM. Oh boy.
Still better than me. Or no. Never mind.
Alrighty then. Which brings us to Ezekiel.
All right. What's the rating on this? I don't want to use high level spells just yet because these are just minions. 60 feet. Which one is the one that isn't wishy washy?
The one in the front is wishy-washy right now.
Okay. Joe's not Josel. Ezekiel going to step up here, and he's going to frostbite. That this one right here needs to make a con save.
Okay.
All right, he
Fail.
he takes 11 cold, and he's going to step back.
Okay, and that affects his movement too, I think, doesn't it?
Uh,
Disadvantage on next attack rolls. Yeah. All right. Anything else?
that's it.
Okay. It's your turn.
Fuck. Bonus action rage.
Okay.
Says rage.
All right.
I'm just trying to find. That's a really big icon.
No, our tokens are really small, is what it is.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
trying to figure out how to format these maps. I'm sorry. I'm trying to make them like
This is fine.
like 1080p, but I had to shrink the square size, but it makes the tokens all funky.
You can make the map size bigger itself.
I know I could do that, but I think that makes it. I think that's what makes Roll20 go so awful.
Yeah, because there's so much,
slow.
so much stuff happening.
So much pixels.
Yeah. Anywho, bonus action
Yeah.
rage.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Unless,
move there. And
Okay.
I'm throwing 2 javelins. Oh, but
Okay.
no, these are minions. They are maybe our friends. That's fine. I will just throw a javelin or 2.
You know you have more than 40 feet, right? Because you're wearing the cloak.
I have 60 feet. Can I cancel that javelin and just go right
Absolutely.
up? I
Yeah.
forgot.
That's a friendly. That's a friendly.
Wait, is this guy the friendly?
Yep.
Fuck.
He is. You don't know if he's friendly or not, but he
He's
seems to
the
have reacted
wishy-washy.
to the. He seems to have reacted to Cronus brandishing the trident.
He's on the fence.
He has
Fine.
reacted, and that's all I can say. I can't say if he's on your side or not. Oh, one second,
Okay.
I'm gonna grab my drink. But I'm here.
Okay, I will wait till he's back, but I won't attack that guy quite yet.
Sorry,
Okay,
I thought I
that's
brought my
fine.
drink down. Apparently, I did not bring my drink down. That's
No
okay.
worries. I am not going to attack that guy. I will move over there, and I'm going to throw 2 javelins, one at each of the back guys there. So I'll redo that javelin because I canceled that. So a 10 and a 20. So 20.
20 hits.
Okay, he's going to be the one on the right back
Okay.
for 8 damage. Really? I rolled a 1? Fuck you. And I'm gonna look at the guy in the front, and I'll say, "Now's your chance. Now's your chance to join the good side and help us defeat Ursula, and save your people."
As you hit him with your second trident, Lorna.
I didn't hit the front guy.
Yeah, the
Okay.
back one, right?
Okay, yeah.
You Oh shoot! You attacked.
No, I only hit 2. I negated that first one because I said I would do something different, and then I changed back. So only 1.
So, I messed up on the other attack. Um, so I'm gonna fix this right now. So as you attacked it, Ezekiel attacks it with the spell, and Lauren, you rush forward and you throw your trident, also your javelin at the other one. The second one pushes. You see on both figures a white glow start to radiate from their chest, peeking out from their armor, and their eyes turn bright white. Their form seems to start to shift, and it seems like their figures are starting to shake. And then you will see as something hits them, their form almost shakes and vibrates to the point where it breaks free of itself. And you see before one, and now you see several mirror images of the same guy that you attacked.
No! Fuck me.
Oh boy.
Now I'm going to color code these for mine. Don't metagame. I'm just so I can keep track of them.
Uh-huh.
Oh shit!
Yep.
The blue dots are coming after you. They're coming after you with a vengeance.
Roar.
Try to keep it consistent. There we go. Okay. And anything else with your turn, Lorna?
No, that's it.
Oh, those sound so defeated. You did do 8 points of damage.
I did damage, so at least I can say that.
Anyone got an area of an effect?
Yeah, it's called me swinging my sword around.
Okay.
Shatter would be very nice right now, right here.
Are those illusions or?
You don't know.
You know what? Seeing this, I'm actually gonna move up to right here. And I'm actually gonna do something interesting this time for my turn. Seeing this, not knowing if they are real or not, I think this is gonna be more useful for everyone. I'm just gonna use my ability to do detect magic at will. Which ones are illusions? Because it will tell me if it's a school.
So they all seem to be entities that make up one, but they have divided themselves across three, so they're not illusions.
Okay.
What school is it?
I'm not. What do you mean? Oh, what school of magic it would be? It's related to the forgotten, that cosmic magic that's plaguing their bodies right now. So it's definitely from those effects. I guess this would be more abjuration, style-wise.
I'm just gonna yell out, guys. They aren't illusions, but it's a mix of that magic we've seen before with other forgotten.
Oh no. Fuck.
But this was a good way to figure out. And that's me.
Okay. That's going to bring us to Josel. What would you like to do, sir?
All right. 10, 15. Still out of range, aren't I? Yep. All right. He's going to target that one that he hit earlier. The one that Ezekiel hit earlier. But I'm going to hit him with Ray of Frost.
Okay.
So this one reduces his speed to 10 feet. Reduce 10 feet from his speed. I'm assuming that 21 hits.
21 hits. Which one did you hit? I'm sorry.
This one.
You shoot the beam of frost. It rips through across the room. It's weird to see this shard of ice float shoot through the water, and impales the figure. It kind of starts to shake again. That same vibration when it first hit, and it shows that eventually it can't control its corporal form, and it dissipates.
Okay.
Sir, anything else for your turn, sir?
No, that's it. That's all I can do at the moment.
All right, the guards will react. This one is going to. What's his swim speed? 50 feet?
Currently, I look like one of the guards.
Oh, that's a good point.
You should have tried to influence them.
You ran in!
You could have done it on your turn and be like, hey, join
I
us.
see Faye and Lorna's character actually having this argument like, during the battle. Like, God damn it, we should have talked first.
I'm just imagining we're glaring at each other and these thoughts are going through our heads.
It's like we know what the other is saying. Yup.
Yes, but these are not. These obviously are those that have been indoctrinated, so they know that you're not indoctrinated nor part of the regular guard. This one's going to come after you, Faye. These two are coming down to you, Josel, since you attacked them last.
Okay.
And
All right.
these three are going to surround you, Faye. I'm sorry, Lorna. The first two coming up to you, Josel. Here we go. And they are attacking almost like simultaneously, it feels like. So here we go. 26 and 9.
Well, the 26 hits.
For 15 piercing damage.
Ow.
And then
Oh,
this
fuck.
one is going to attack you, Faye, but this one has disadvantage. This was the one that was taken off guard by Cronus wielding that trident.
You don't have to do this.
9.
That's a miss.
It's not separated, so it is going to attack you 3 times. It's with a flurry of its trident spinning and swirling around. It's trying to attack you. 12, 13, 12. All 3 miss. Lorna, these 3, again, they all seem to be mirroring each other's moves and attacking simultaneously. These will have advantage, at least for...
All of them, because I recklessly attacked.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I was gonna kind of give them it from flanking because they kind of got you surrounded, even though they're not perfectly perpendicular. But that makes sense. I won't move them then. Ooh boy, 27, 25, and 15.
27, 25 hit.
All right, for 39 points of damage,
Ow!
and that is going to end their turn. Cronus, it's your turn, sir.
Wait, it was one each?
They
Oh, that's
all act and attack at the same time. Yep.
Oh.
Alright, I feel like Lorna's gonna have this covered as soon as she starts swinging. I'm gonna pull out my wand of magic missiles. And I'm gonna
Okay.
cast
Yeah.
4th level, 4 charges out of it. At
Okay.
the 2 at the one on the left blue dot and 2 on the right blue dot.
All right.
Well, actually, I guess that would only be
So you fire
Third
the
level,
first. You fire the
the
first.
D4. Because it's no 2nd level. Because it's 3 bolts for the first and then a bolt for the second.
So the first bolt's going to hit it, and it's going to disappear. So that one of them is gone. So does that change what you're doing with the rest of the bolts?
No, I was just gonna shoot him at those 2.
Okay. So you go ahead and roll damage for the other 2 that hit the third image of them.
6.
All right. So for another 6 points, so you release uh, missiles out of your wand. The one image again shakes when it starts to it hits it receives damage, and then it kind of it loses it's not able to maintain its form and kind of recombines back into the one form now in front of Josel. Anything else with your turn?
And then I would like to go ahead and move up next to this guy.
Go for it.
But I'm gonna stand like and then like guarded, but like not necessarily a threatening pose towards him.
Okay. Arlim. Let me figure out what he can do. Sorry.
All the spells.
You could just hang back and heal anyone if things get rough.
He's gonna step in and cast Sacred Flame, a spell, or is that
It is a cantrip.
It's a cantrip. And they would need to make a dex save.
So he'll step in the room and he's gonna cast Sacred Flame on the one right in front of you, Josel.
Alright.
So it's a dex save. Fails, and he takes 10 points of radiant damage. That's an action, bonus action. What can you do with his bonus action? Let's see here.
Does he have quicken spell or no?
No idea.
What meta magics do you take?
Heightened spell, distant spell, and that looks like it.
All right, so you did take quicken.
So you could probably do like a healing word, but no one really needs it at the moment.
Yes.
So he could just hang back.
Okay. So, yeah. See, that's why I think it's better for you guys to play.
So you want someone to control him in combat?
I would
Might
prefer
be.
that.
I could take it.
Because I don't know clerics. There you go.
All right, thank you. This way it'll be easier on you.
Yep, I appreciate that. Okay, so he's going to move in. Let's just move him in 30 feet, and that'll end his turn, which brings us into Ezekiel. Ezekiel's turn.
All right. Other than the one in front of Josel, has any other merfolk been damaged?
Yes, the one by the one that Lorna threw a javelin at. But that's about it.
All right. He's going to Toll of the Dead that one.
Okay. Wisdom save.
Okay.
Able to shoulder, and the form does not seem affected, and the white glowing eyes are fixated on Lorna still.
Doesn't even work with me.
Anything else?
That's all he can do.
All right, Lorna, you're surrounded by these glowing Murgars that are striking you with not much. They're not really pulling their punches. What would you like to do? Okay, go for it. Okay. That's it. Okay. Let's see here. And its form again begins to vibrate and shake and lose form, but it does before it does, it reaches where you stabbed it in almost in pain, like it reacts to the wound and reaches down. Is there Okay.
Oh yes.
Holy shit. Okay.
And you rolled almost max damage on the other die.
Well, I had a fun fight planned for you. It again reacts in it. It feels like it takes that full one of your attack, and that form also shakes and vibrates and disappears. All right. Okay. There. All right. That ends your turn, Faye. What would you like to do?
All right, so we want to keep the guy in the middle pretty safe since he's kind of wavering, correct? I'm actually gonna try something. It's not gonna hurt him. He's gonna be very safe. I just am sending him on a temporary little trip into a safe little pocket dimension. I need him to make a charisma save.
Oh boy.
He passes. Oh. I wanted to make him be safe. That way we don't have to worry about him.
But casting things on him kind of defeats that purpose.
No, banishment isn't really harmful.
Yeah, but it would change his mindset.
I was just like, I'm sending you somewhere safe.
True.
All right.
We'll see.
Anything else with Faye's turn?
That's it. I mean, he'd go to a place filled with water. It'd be really nice.
All right, Joseph. What would you like to do?
I'm trying to stab this guy in front of me with my trident. Does a 16 hit?
16 is the magic number.
It takes 6 piercing damage.
All right.
And that's my go.
Okay. Atlantean guards then will respond back. This one, let me do another wisdom saving throw for him because he passed the first. Okay. He is going to attack you, Faye, since you just attacked him with his trident.
Technically, I didn't attack him.
I think Banishment's a hostile spell. He's gonna attack you.
It's not that hostile. It's really nice.
Now
It's passive aggressive.
He's still
It's passive aggressive.
one form, or what seems to be one form again. Or actually, this guy never was split up yet. So this one by you, Joseph, now he's back in his form. He could attack you 3 times. Here we go. 16, 10, and 21.
The 21 hits.
9 points of piercing damage. This one's coming after you, Faye.
Okay.
9. Holy shit. Okay, nope.
9.
And this one's for you, Lorna.
Okay.
20, 27, 22. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wait, so you will take
I got
20, 35, 43 divided by 2 is going to be 21
Yep.
points
Pain.
of damage.
Pain.
Lots of pain.
And that's going to end their turn. The white that's glowing off them is just growing in brightness. But the one in front of you, Lorna, doesn't seem to be seems to be bloodied, but its face doesn't seem to register the pain as much. It's coming at you with full ferocity.
Huh.
Cronus, your turn. Sir.
All right. I'm gonna kind of notice Lorna getting beat up on a little bit, so I'm going to throw a regular trident at that one.
Okay.
Did I do that right for throwing?
Yeah.
Strength plus.
It's Dex when you're throwing.
It's the same thing.
Oh, okay.
I'll change it later. They're both 5.
Then 23 hits, and 11 points of damage. Okay.
And then on my way back to correcting my posture from throwing it, I'm gonna throw an unarmed attack at Faye.
Why?
Okay. That's a miss.
Why?
Why would you attack the one guy that seems somewhat reasonable in this room?
Sending him to timeout.
He wasn't
All right.
doing
Aralym
much.
is going to cast Sacred Flame on them. And
I've got the sheet up.
oh, sorry, go ahead, Faye. Yeah, I forgot. Probably pass the Cure Light Wounds or something on.
Actually, on Lorna, bonus action, Shield of Faith. Lorna, you have a +2 to your AC currently.
Okay.
And then he is also going to... Yeah, he'll do Sacred Flame on the one next to Lorna, since that one seems to be bloodied.
So 12 points of damage.
Needs to make a dex save.
Oh, right. He is good.
I should have did Bane. But getting Lorna a higher AC is also good.
All right, Ezekiel, it's your turn.
All right, Ezekiel is going to Toll of the Dead, the one next to Josel. So he needs to make a wisdom save.
All right.
All right.
Fail.
All right, he takes 13 necrotic damage.
All right. It seems further enraged against this. Anything else?
Crap, that didn't work. Okay. That's all I got. That's my go.
Okay, Lorna, it's your turn.
Okay, I am gonna stab this guy twice.
Okay. That's it.
For 21 damage.
And as you pierce through, you see that bright glowing white energy start to fade, and he starts to go limp into you. Again, his face not making much expression, and excuse me, not much expression. But as you see the life kind of fade from his eyes for a brief moment, you see, sorrow and regret across his face, and then he falls dead by you. Anything else?
As he's slowly dying there, I'm going to say, it's okay. We're here to save your people. And I'm going to swim there. And I will attack this guy as well.
Okay.
15.
15's a miss.
Goddammit. Okay, that's fine.
And actually, I'm sorry. Oh wait, you have a swimming speed, so you you don't have disadvantage on those weapon attacks. Okay.
No, I do not.
Anything else?
No, that's it. Did guy between Faye and Kronos take opportunity attack on me?
Oh,
Would he have?
did you pass by him?
I did pass by him.
He would take an opportunity attack. Here we go.
Okay.
8.
26 because I recklessed on that first.
Ooh, okay.
Yep.
13 points of piercing damage. So as you swim by, it whips around and tries to hit you with its trident, and gets you just in the nick of time.
Cool. That's my turn.
All right, Faye, what would you like to do?
Okay. I am going to step away from this one. I'll let him get an attack of opportunity. I'm not going to
He already did.
Oh, then
Welcome.
thank you. I'm gonna walk over to this one. I'm gonna stab this one a couple times.
All right, go for it.
All right. Stab one. Nope, that's a miss.
There you go.
There we go. I don't have hex activated, so it's just a absolute minimum damage. That is a horrible crit. That is minimum damage on both rolls.
Anything else you'd like to do?
That's it.
All right, Josel, what would you like to
Still
do?
standing?
It's still standing.
I only did 8 damage to him.
Yeah, but we've been fighting this guy for a while. Okay. Trident attack with advantage because flanking.
No.
22. He takes 9 piercing.
And anything else for your turn?
Still standing.
Still standing.
22 again. He takes 9 more.
All right. He's still standing, but he's very much so bloody. But his face doesn't show the register the pain that his body is showing. Is there anything else that you would like to do?
Jeez, this guy's tough.
Man, what is he?
I mean, there was this one dude that got taken down with 2 hits. This guy's taking like all of them. Yeah, that's my go.
Granted, Lorna hit him with Great Weapon Master.
There's
you guys are wanting to send Prey
there's
and me in
also
here.
a roll that I'm doing GM wise that you guys can't see that affects how it impacts the image. Atlantean Guard's turn. Okay, this one is going to.
Run away.
Let me go ahead and get the wisdom save out of the way. Yep. Or no, I'm sorry. So here we go. This one's going to attack you, Cronus, at disadvantage. You're wielding that trident still. This one is going to continue to attack you, Josel, I guess. Here. Yeah, here we go. 3 for you, or he'll break it up. Spread the love. 1 for each of you, Lorna, Faye, and Josel, and then 3 for you, Cronus. So we'll go clockwise. So Lorna, Faye, Josel.
Yeah, that
15
hits.
misses, 14 misses, 26 hits.
26
For,
hits.
17 points of piercing damage for you, Josel, and here comes these for you, Cronus. Those 21 I think hits, and then for 12 points of piercing damage, and that's going to end their turn. Cronus, it's your turn.
I'm going to use the dodge action, and then that's it.
Okay. All right. That's going to bring us to RLM.
Okay, what he's gonna do this time. I'm just reading how distance works. I want to see if that affects his. When he does. Okay, with touch, it has 30 feet now. Okay, so I am going to. Okay, Lorna is in range. I just need to see how many sorcery points I need to do. Okay, I just need to spend 1 sorcery point to do this. I'm gonna distance spell Cure Wounds, and I am gonna do it at 4th level on Lorna.
All right.
And I then need to double check something. Hold, because he also is a Disciple of Life, so that's gonna add some extra healing onto that. I just need to read that. So hold on. Sorry. He has empowered. It's not that one. Where is that Disciple of Life? All right, Disciple of Life. When I use equal to 2 plus the spell's level, Lorna adds 6 on top of that.
Thank you very much.
So that is 30 points of healing.
Yay! I'm almost back to full health.
All right. That brings us to Ezekiel.
Toll of the Dead. He needs to make this guy that's being sandwiched needs to make a wisdom save. All right, he takes 11. Wait, no, he takes a 4. He takes 4 necrotic
Why 4?
because he's already damaged, and that's the D12 ones, not the D8, and that's what that rolled 4. Womp womp.
All right. He's still standing. It's very much so a bloody mess. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay, Lorna, what would you like to do?
Stab, stab, stab.
Okay, go for it.
Reckless Great Weapon Master.
What's a miss?
Bullshit! Oh, I don't have to do Reckless because I'm already flanking, so yeah, still think.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Aw.
Have a good night, you guys. Bye!
All right, baby.
Wow.
I'm the Lorna in your group, Faye. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow!
Could be worse. You could be the one down to 13 HP and nobody healed you. Just saying.
I'm sorry. I saw Lorna's helper and I can't see yours.
You shouldn't be able to see anyone's health bar.
We can see all the health bars.
Oh boy, we might need to take that away if that's driving decision.
We can't see numbers,
Um,
but yeah, that's my turn.
All right, Faye, what would you like to do?
I am going to attempt to stab the one in front of me. Alright, stab 1. Stab
hit.
2.
That's a hit.
I'm rolling horrible on my damage die, but that's 17 points of damage to that one.
And that one is dead. All right. Okay. So yes, that one again starts to it's fighting, and then you're able to make. Is that a what kind of weapon is that? If you use it, is it like a rapier?
Yep.
So you pierce through, and again, so something similar. The white glow from the mark on its chest, as well as the its eyes, start to fade, and it hadn't been making very much response to every time you guys hit it, but at the last moment before it passes, it does show a sign of despair. Anything else with your turn?
That's it.
Josel, it's your turn, sir.
Sure, why not? I'll go over here and I'm going to grapple that guy.
Okay.
So he needs to make either athletics or acrobatics.
Doesn't have those
All right,
proficiencies.
he is grappled.
Okay, he's grappled.
Yep.
All right. He is.
He can still fight. It's just that he can't move.
He's the. Let me think here. Let me do a d20 to see what his wisdom save is. Okay, so I mean he's no longer affected by the trident, but he still has disadvantage because of the grapple. But because you grappled him, Josel, he's going to try to attack you.
No.
19.
That just hits.
Oh, I'm sorry,
And-
that's 15. 15 and 14.
How's
and
he at
13.
disadvantage?
He's grappled.
No, that's restraint if it's disadvantage.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought he had disadvantage. So 19,
Yeah.
14, 25.
Yeah, 19 and 25 hit.
19 points
And
of
I'm
damage.
unconscious.
And he will then look at you, Cronus, with that white burning, those white burning eyes, and he will say, uh, "I serve only the coven. Um, this brand upon me is the coven has told me my life is now forfeit, and he will be looking at you to basically an aggression to come after you next. It's your turn, sir."
All right, I will tell him back. It's a shame that you have to die, and then
Okay.
unsheath the trident, and then 2 attacks on him.
Okay, go for it.
I assume 14 misses.
14 misses with a 29 hit, and you'll see that similar thing where his image starts to vibrate and shake apart, where 3 of them appear. Okay, it's still your turn. Anything else?
Bonus action, key point for flurry of blows, and I'm going to unarmed attack the new one that just spawned up and to the right of me.
Okay.
For 9.
All right, and as you attack, that one immediately disappears. It shakes and it can't control its form, and it dissolves back into the other, across the other 2.
And then unarmed attack the other new one that's down and right.
Okay. All right.
2.
All right. 11 points of damage.
Yep.
All right. That one also dissolves, but it seems to have taken the impact of your attack as it does react, not in pain, but it just from actually receiving the blow. Okay. Anything else on your turn?
Nope, that's it.
All right, Erlim, it's your turn.
Spending a sorcery point to do distance spell. This can be another 4th level cure wounds on Josel. Add 6 to this Josel. 26 to you.
It's not bad. Pretty good.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope. That is pretty good healing.
All right, Ezekiel.
All right. Frostbite on the guy that's the only target. He needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
All right. Nothing happens.
All right. Anything else?
That's it.
Lorna, it's your turn.
I'm gonna swim over there, and I'm gonna say, please, calm down, we're trying to help your people. Does he react to that?
Let's do this. You're wielding the trident. I'll go ahead and do his wisdom save right now and see what happens.
I'm not wielding the trident. Cronus is.
Don't let us kill you. You're not wielding the trident. His face is emotionless, and just that burning white energy of just that you feel hatred just towards you and Cronus. You do, however, as you approach, feel that same kind of calling that you had felt before around other forgotten people, that you might be able to try to grab him and remove that affliction.
Fuck.
Doing something like that by yourself, though, could be
I know.
very, very painful.
I know. But I want to help, but no, I can't. Not alone.
You want to do it? You want to do it together?
No. I'm gonna Great Webmaster.
Fuck helping people. That's a hit. No, I mean,
Like, I would, but like,
what happened last time you guys did? You guys,
I
think
lost
you guys
HP permanently.
Oh, not permanently, but you lost it for several days. I think you had to get it back.
Yeah, it was many
I
sessions.
think you lost
It
like
was bad.
It was very bad for me. Faye got lucky.
it's it
So that's
it
why
is
I'm more like,
yeah yeah it's doable. It's very
yeah,
it's risky.
yeah. I'll attack him again. Not reckless advantage. That great weapon master, non-lethal damage, please, and thank you.
Okay.
Aww. Ow.
Is he still alive?
After
He's still
60,
alive. So
after
37.
60 points of damage total. Holy,
How much?
60 total.
Oh, 60. Oh, wait a minute.
Because this is the second turn.
He is not alive. Sorry about that. I didn't see the first. So as you strike him down, again that same glowing energy fades away,
Non-lethal.
and he like lies lifeless before you. Is there anything? Let me stop the music. All right. So you lay there, or you stand there above the around the bodies that are kind of not really laying down because they're in water, but kind of just kind of floating there, kind of in the middle ground where it's not sinking, it's not rising, it's just kind of floating there in the water, limp and dead. All three of these guards, men that you just have slain. Um, they're no longer the marks are no longer glowing on their bodies, but they. Is there anything you'd like to do?
Let's
Uh,
go get the people out of the cells.
I'm gonna check to see if any of the guards have like a set of keys or something that could help us out.
Okay. If you're searching searching their bodies, spend some time. Let's go ahead and do investigation to see how quickly it takes you, or how long it takes you to find those keys, Ernest. So with a 9, it takes you a little bit. You know, nothing crazy, but you are able to kind of search each of their persons. It takes about 10 minutes to go through each of them until you finally do find a set of keys on them. You see a door to the north, that is where the guards were originally standing, and you still see that hallway to your right where the hags were led away by the guards that were escorting you through Atlantis before. Does
Sorry.
anybody want to open the door?
Yeah, I can open
Let's-
the door.
You know, we might need to double check. Remember back when we were in the Underdark on the ship, how some of the prisoners did have the white handprint on that ship. We need to make sure none of these prisoners have that.
Yeah. Is it like a barred door? Like we can see through and talk to them? Or is there like a slot that I could open and talk to them?
You can see into the room, which contains several cells, and I think I put weird cages around these. So you know what? Let me do this. So all the tokens you see are within their own cells. Let me just get rid of it because it's hard to see that way.
Yeah, and we can't go in this door yet.
It's not deleting it. It's not doing anything.
May have to zoom in.
It's just taking like 5 minutes to delete those things. Okay. So, you who wrote the sigil or wrote the character? Was that you, Faye? The door unlocks. You write the letter. What letter did you write?
I would have shown Faye A because that would be the first in the letter or the name.
Ooh,
'Cause
this one looks important.
I don't know.
I don't know. That one just looks very
Yeah.
important.
You have a different picture. What's your name?
Wait, there's 2 in there.
Next time, you just need to confuse us all and have every single character have a different image.
Yes,
Yeah.
you do.
All right. As you guys look in, you do see these steel cages or prison cells that have a slight color to the metal that you're familiar with, as it looks like the bars are made of Atlantean steel. Looking through, you see several of these creatures caged, or these beings in their cage, and some of them are pacing, some of them are just sitting there with their heads hung low. They all seem to be awaiting the inevitable, or hoping and praying to their gods for the best. What would you like to do?
To clarify, I heard you say they're in steel cages. Basically, where their tokens are, is that one steel cage?
Yeah, like
Okay.
they're all in their own individual like cells.
Cool. So we can go through here and talk to them.
Yeah, you guys can
Okay.
open that door after you wrote the letter in Infernal. They're all locked, or the cages all seem locked. You'd presume they're all locked. And walking into the room, Lorna, they're all of them kind of react to seeing someone other than the guards or
I do.
or the hags. And a lot of them are. Are you still wearing your helmet?
So, yes, but what I do is I do that classic Disney princess take off the helmet and the hair flows out. I've always wanted to do that. Yes, exactly.
I'll do prestidigitation behind her to kind of get like a dazzling effect.
Yes.
She does it.
Okay. Who all else is entering this room?
I am.
I met Joseph, you're following too, or is everyone just going into the room?
Yes, I think everyone's gonna go in.
Several of the people they're just like, some of them seem scared and kind of slightly cower away, in the sense that they've never seen surface dwellers before. They've never seen humans, or especially like Dragonborn. Like, you all are very alien to a lot of the faces in this room.
Yeah.
And it's reading loud in their body posture and their facial expressions. Some of them though seem excited, like, and start pleading in Aquan or various languages that are like, please let us go, set us free. We got to get out of here before they do to us what they did to the others. And you will hear a voice that has its own picture and say, "You guys aren't from around here," and it's what looks to be like a merfolk in front of you. His orange and yellow, and has blue body markings and stuff. It has this fin that comes over its head. Let me see if I can.
Oh, I know who it is.
Oh no.
Let me see.
Flounder.
Yeah.
Let me see if I have a picture.
Greetings.
I guess you guys are here to or we couldn't we need your help as soon as possible. I'm glad to see some faces that don't want to cut us open. I hope.
I don't know. What does your chest look like?
Do you have a white handprint on you?
Nope, just what I was born with. And he kind of puts his arms out and kind of does a little spin around. He goes, "I'm clean." Okay, go for it.
He's too cheerful to be in a cell.
He's too cheerful. I don't trust him.
He seems to be someone to be honest and stuff. He when telling you that him and the others aren't marked. We're not marked yet. Depends on if you leave us in here or not. I'm sure that might change.
I believe you for now.
How did you all get here? Like, how did you find us? Or how did you even get down to Atlantis? That no one's been.
I mean,
Do we really have time to talk about all this?
I move out of the way.
I haven't dropped this guy's self yet.
I move out of the way
fair.
and show Cronus with the trident. We have forged a new trident that should be able to help us get out of here and save the rest of your people.
I do prestidigitation to make the trident extra shiny. And
I'll
remove the blood of my enemies off this.
Like there's ominous, happy music behind it too.
All right, let's give these people armors and weapons, and let's get out of here.
Yes.
He'll say, "Everyone's getting a trident these days."
Yep. Some of them fancier than others, but we're here to take you out.
Look, we fought like 13 elementals for this thing.
And you get a trident.
Yeah, really. Now, if you betray us, we'll kill you. We have our ways.
I mean, I can summon a shark and just feed you to it if I need to.
That too. So.
He'll kind of get a little timid in that regards. Like, are you here to help me? Or are you here to threaten me? Are we getting out of here or what?
We're here on behalf of Queen Ariel.
Upon hearing Ariel's name, he'll get a little bit more somber and a little less cheerful, or not. His demeanor is going to change and become a little bit more serious. And he goes, "Then it must be getting things must be going bad everywhere, not just here. We need to get out of here quick. We possibly could get out, so we can get out of here before they come back for us all."
I agree. Did we have keys?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, Corona found some keys.
We have the keys.
I'll just wait for keys to be handed out and to unlock.
How did you find your way to us? It's weird for people that have never been here to just magically find find their way around. Are you handing weapons to everyone?
They're all getting armor. They're all getting weapons.
Uh-huh.
What do you mean? I've been here my entire life. I'm still disguised.
I just look at Faye. Mm-hmm.
Fine. Magic. We got here through magic.
So we're handing out the keys, we're unlocking them, we're giving them weapons and stuff. I do think we should still check them for handprints as they come out, each individually, just in case. Push talk. Can't hear you.
Sure. I'm sorry. Some of them seem like different builds and stature. Some of them look a little bit sturdier, like they've wielded a weapon before. Some of them seem like they might have done some other jobs or roles in the castle. They don't seem like they've seen a lot of hard work, but there's a variety of different individuals in this room and prisoners that seem to be locked away. As they come out, you kind of give them a once over. Lorna, go ahead and do a perception check if you don't mind, to see how good of eyeballs you got.
Currently don't. Yep.
So you kind of give them all a once over. They don't have a lot of armor and stuff. They are pretty much in pretty basic or simple clothing in these cells. So there's not a lot of hiding places. But you don't notice any markings on them that stand out to you. The one guy that you were kind of talking to that seems to be a little bit more vocal than the others will say, He goes, "Let's get out of here. We can as soon as possible. We could escape the way the other prisoners escaped if we move fast."
Do we wait for the two guards that we sent off?
What to come back with the hags?
Yeah.
I trust they can find their way out.
Okay.
Yeah.
God help we didn't send them to die.
They're soldiers.
They know what they signed up for.
I still care about them.
I know. We can only have faith.
Dude, Finnegas will, or I'm sorry, the Murphy will say, uh, you know, getting out of here, especially with that trident, is the best, the best opportunity we've seen in a very long time. If we can get that in the right hands or get that to the right people, or come up with a plan, we may have a chance here. And he kind of shrugs his shoulder. And he goes, "Well, it worked for Ursula, at least. Maybe it'll work for us." He'll then issue word of caution. He goes, "The only way we're going to be able to get out of here is probably through the underbelly of the city, as safe to get out of here as safely as possible." That's how some of the others have gotten out of here. They've escaped into the ruins that underneath Atlantis. And he'll just say, we need to be cautious, though. It is the shoulders that the city is built on, is the damned souls that got lost when the city was sunken originally. So it will be dangerous, but it's our best bet to get out of here unseen and by without going through the city and stuff.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, let's show us the way. We'll follow you.
Show us the way.
I do give the armor that I took to one of these guys. Because
How
probably
many
didn't get
armors?
enough.
How many armors did we put in the bag of holding?
I don't know. I didn't get a number, but I assumed a lot. At least five.
If you didn't have space limitations, I would say you would have enough for at least the ones that look like they wielded a weapon before.
I mean, technically, we have 2 bags of holding.
True. I would have taken at least 5 sets. Right, so we had 5 main guys, or like 1 for each of us.
And then does
And I took a lot of javelins and weapons.
Does Ezekiel switch back to his original armor, and then we'd have an extra breastplate?
So between all that and yet, I imagine you guys had enough sets to at least equip them with weapons, and at least 3 or 4 of them with armor, while having enough for you guys to keep for your own purposes for disguises.
Yes.
He'll start leading out of the room. He goes, "Quickly, we got to move this way. There is a entrance that will lead us through the underbelly of the castle and spit us out into the ruined city. Only when we're ready. If you're ready to move now, follow me."
Good to go.
And as you guys leave the room, he goes, he'll kind of shout the other ones, and a few of the prisoners will say, "Thanks, Finn." Some of them will say, "Thanks, Finnicus." And then you will hear one of them address him as his nickname, which is Flounder, as Joseph already jumped the gun on. They will. One of them will address him as Flounder, and they're like, "We got to," and he'll kind of lead them forward and show you the way. He takes you down some tunnel, and where the witches and hags left originally down that hallway, he'll actually take you that way. And as you guys are rushing through the halls, it comes to a fork, and he said he'll shout, "It's like, keep going, we gotta get out of here." And then as you guys get to the fork, down the other way, you'll hear that familiar screeching or nails on chalkboard voice coming down the way, and some familiar Aquan voices responding to it. You make out that it is the ones that have led you this way, or were showing you the way through the castle. And let me see here. Uh, you'll hear. Actually, do a perception check. I want to see here what exactly you hear, but or what you can make out. But you do hear those voices. And you can make out the familiarity with them, but you're not sure what they're saying. Is that 7 from now or earlier?
That's from earlier.
Okay. So, Josel, are you disadvantaged to Lorna, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Josel and Lorna, you guys will be able to make out words, not like everything they're saying, but you'll be able to essentially hear that they're accusing the gist is that the hags are accusing those men for their failure and the reason why they aren't able to find you guys that they're looking for. And you will be able to make out the words that, well, you will hear the hag say, well, we came this far, and it's been a minute since we watched something die. And then
No.
and that's what the words you'll hear carried down the hallway, and you'll hear them kind of trying to respond back that we tried everything we could. We couldn't stop them. They wielded the trident. They have they were too powerful for us. They overcame us, and Finicus or Flounder at this time said, "Come on, we gotta go." And he's trying to lead some of the ones that aren't wearing armor down the hallway. He's move before we get caught. And he is looking at, he's kind of gesturing at you guys to follow. And he's, what would you guys like to do?
Joseph follows.
Okay.
So the flounder isn't heading towards the voices. We were just passing them, yeah?
He's heading down the other hall. The voices are coming from the hallway to your right.
Basically, we got a decision to make.
I know.
Joseph's leaving.
I guess let's follow Josel.
What does Lorna, Cronus, and Ezekiel and the rest do?
I think I would imagine Ezekiel will probably also leave. He seems very logical.
Yeah, I agree. That makes sense. Ezekiel would continue to follow. He probably wouldn't give much consideration to going down the hallway. I could be wrong. It doesn't seem logical. I agree. I think Ezekiel thinks the matter at hand is getting out of the kingdom so they can regroup with others.
Yeah, we definitely need to get out of here.
Lorna.
All right, so
will
Faye
begrudgingly
and them are-
follow.
Okay, so Lorna, you'd be probably the last one to kind of follow the group in the hallway. Curtis, you as well following?
Yes.
Okay. You all kind of follow behind, and he leads you to deeper and deeper within the castle again until you come to a cavernous like wall as you get lower and lower into like the bedrock of this temple or of this hiding and trying to stay out of sight and avoiding anything that may lead to danger. Finicus seems slippery and very familiar with this place, and he's able to lead you through the tunnels and eventually to the secret entrance that takes you to the undercity of Atlantis and the ruins that remain. As you, let me just do this real quick. where is my? Here we go. I'm gonna move you to this map so you kind of get some visual, some just kind of inspiration. I won't say that this is exact. Oh, can you see this board
Yeah, can you close
at
the
all?
turn order?
Yeah.
Yep. So, just for kind of visually representing different architecture and things that you see at the surface level, things look a little bit more pretty in the top left picture, whereas you guys are starting to go more to darker and almost lifeless water below the city. You kind of, so in the bottom left corner, it's more dark and ominous like that. Actually, I thought I had another picture here. I'm sorry. I thought I put it in here. I'll put it in Discord after the game. But it just seems ruined. Ruined buildings and cities. Some of the pillars are collapsing and start to fall upon each other. Um, as you swim and follow along with Finicus and the other, you will see some larger creatures swimming almost in the distance that seem very supernatural or not like other fish and aquatic life that you've seen in the past. And Finicus is leading you guys. And he goes, "We have to. If we make haste, we can possibly make it to the volcanic tunnels on near the edge of Atlantis and regroup with the others that have made it out of the kingdom already. I only hope that some of them that have answers to our questions have made it out." And that's where we'll stop tonight.
No.
Oh boy.
So, um, just from your characters don't 100% know this until obviously you guys get to the surface and the city proper. You guys are like under the underbelly and the structure and the ruined portion of Atlantis that didn't survive the sinking of the city those thousands and thousands of years ago. But at this point, and this is kind of you guys will reveal. So I try to hand draw a little bit how Atlantis is in the sense that, oh my god, I'm sorry. The kingdom itself is almost backed up into a trench in the sense that it's sitting within this trench, and surrounding the city is this barrier and these walls and different um, defensive positions along the walls, but you'll see, or when you get to the surface or closer to the edge, the whole city is followed by lava and that roll and explode, and they're like tides. So it's surrounded by a sea of fire, and there is this wall that's built upon a reef that kind of protects the city from the sea of fire kind of coming into it. And that kind of gives you a general layout of the land. Your group is probably right about here, and you guys are swimming towards the edge of the Atlantis. If that helps at all, I'm trying to give you guys a little bit more resource to kind of give you perspective, but hopefully that's helpful.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, that's all I had